President brought about 2,000 tractors to Nigeria. And that is what I think you have to understand. And these tractors are going to be given to farmers, both the big farmers and smallholder farmers across the 36 states of Nigeria. So when you're talking about mechanization, we are right there ahead of any country in Africa as we are speaking now, under the able leadership of our leader, our president, our mentor. At the state level, I think someone has talked about the issue of some particular crops. And I can tell you, in the last 2 years, Mr. President have made a lot of intervention by all the state governors in Nigeria in terms of ensuring that he gave us fertilizer, he gave us a lot of resources, particularly to invest in agriculture. That has made many states. Talking about Kaduna, we have enhanced our development in terms of the production in the area of maize, sorghum, soybean, and ginger, which I can say we're doing extremely well because of the intervention by Mr. President to all the state governors in Nigeria.
Throughout the history of any organized society, the power to change the course of mankind has always been vested in the leaders. And that is what we are seeing here today. In just 2 years, everything has happened in Nigeria, from the major reforms that the president has instituted, removal of subsidy, unification of the foreign exchange, and all the other reforms. And only yesterday, Mr. President, listening to President Lula, he said something about the reformation of their tax system here. This is something that I know took a long struggle to do in Nigeria. But Mr. President was insisting because he knew the direction that he was going. He insisted, and today we have a tax regime that will help all the reform program of Mr. President in our country. Our children that are unable to go to school on account of the fact that either their parents or their guardians are unable for them to pay for their school fees is no longer the case. As we speak, over 90 billion naira has already been committed to that. Students are no longer going out of school simply on account of the inability of their parents or guardians not to pay for their school fees or for their upkeep. I think this is very, very important.
I've never denied the fact that we do have challenges, Malcolm. Yes, we know, but we have stopped complaining and we have chosen to work. What we're saying, sir, is that here through the diaspora, we would like to be a channel to this national development, sir. In that regard, we have started. We actually been doing that for quite some time now in the area of agriculture, infrastructure, and of course looking for foreign direct investment back home. To be able to do that, I've also recognized, Your Excellency, sir, that human resources in terms of education is what we strongly need to be able to prepare the younger ones for tomorrow so that they can return home and participate. What I have done, Your Excellency, is that in the past 1.5 years since after my election, we had 3 PhD students at that time. And right now, in 1.5 years, we have 296 here in Brazil, and all on scholarships. And this is only possible because your team, with all the relationship being built with Brazil, is able to do that. We would like, I know I have a very short time, to once again thank you, Your Excellency. Now that we're building this relationship with Brazil in different phases, we plead, Your Excellency, that wherever we need it to be a channel between you and Brazil, we are ready to do that.
A lot is happening in the agri sector. And I can assure you that in the next 2 to 3 years, with all that has been initiated under the leadership of Mr. President, we should be moving from food sufficiency to sovereignty. The issue of the dairy particularly is an untapped area. I can tell you, we are presently rebuilding the abattoir in Plateau State, for example, which has a capacity to slaughter 500 cows a day, which is targeted at export. But we don't have the cows. We don't have the cattle. So we need to develop a lot of feedlots. And In that process, we're expanding the value chain around the dairy production. It has the potential to lift families from poverty. You can imagine if a family can be able to extract milk, 20, 40 liters in a day, what it means for the economy of that family. The process is on. Let me just say it without going into details, that agricultural revival in Nigeria is work in progress. Key into it, and you will not regret.